A little motivation for you. A little motivation for you.
What's up, everybody? Let me take my face off my face. Um, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tips Tuesdays live Rehashed. Another Tuesday, and we have another great episode tonight. We have special guest Miss Jazzy. Let's bring her to the stage. Everyone say hello, hello. How
Hello,
you doing tonight?
hello. Thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate this opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you for being here tonight. Um, and we are going to get started with this show. I'm going to give everybody a chance to share the live because that's what I'm about to do right now. Um, share the live and see if we get some people in tonight. Oh, I knew it was something else. I forgot. We're supposed to be doing this drawing tonight. uh, we gonna mess around and end up having just two drawings because y'all, I'm trying to keep up with myself. But I hope that y'all have had a great week. Starting off, transparency moment. Mine's been a little slow, but we gonna make it, y'all. We gonna make it. But anyone that is tuning in for the first time, this is the live spinoff from my audio podcast, Tips Tuesdays, where we come on here, we give inspiration, motivation, and encouragement for everyone out there in the world, giving different perspective on inspirational topics. Because what I might think about something, Jazzy might think one way about it. She might enlighten me with some different perspective on the same thing. So, if you're just tuning in, share. And if you are tuning in for the first time, also enjoy and join us in the comments. We are looking at the comments to see if y'all are in there. So, we are going to get started tonight. And y'all know how I do. I start off with these announcements. Because y'all, when I say I got stuff going on, I got stuff going on. This past weekend, I was busy. I did my first, I'm not going to say it was my first vendors. Yeah, I'm going to say it was my first intentional vendors event. I'm going to say that because I've sold merch and things like that, but this was my first intentional vendors event, and it was a success this weekend. For anybody that's been following me on Facebook, you can see my video, my vendor setup, everything, my podcast, and my music, and my content creation. I gotta remember to keep putting that out there that I do. I guess you would call it content creation, but I design things for content. I'll put it like that. So, yes, this weekend was very, very wonderful. Had a show this weekend and it was wonderful. Did a lot of networking and things like that. So, I'm excited for um, that opportunity and other opportunities that will open up from that. So, all right. So, here we go. Here are your announcements. Okay. So, coming up, I have a show here. If you are in the Conway area, I will be at the Juneteenth pageant, which is at the McGee Center here in Conway. So, if you're not doing anything, admission is just hit me up about any kind of admission information. I'll let you know. But it at 6 o'clock Thursday, and I will be singing for that. So I'm excited about that, y'all. Also, coming up, we got some more Juneteenth celebration going on. I will be in Menifee, Arkansas. Menifee, Arkansas, and I will be performing there. It's gonna be food, drinks, and everything there. So y'all invite somebody to come out and enjoy themselves for Juneteenth. And I have also been nominated for Musician of the Year. I'm so excited about that, y'all. It's the Music Love Awards, located in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I have been nominated for Musician of the Year. And I will put at the bottom of the screen the link for y'all to go and vote, vote, vote. It is unlimited voting until July 31st. So just go to the link that I provide for you, find Musician of the Year, and vote for Tiffany over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay? Vote, vote, vote. All right, so yeah, you can follow all my music and stuff, all social media platforms. Check it out. Follow me, see what I got going on, and things like that. And then also, um, as I've stated, I've released some new music. You can get it on all streaming platforms. For those who like to still bump CDs, I do have a CD player, so I will be one of those type of people. You can you can purchase a CD, get with me in my inbox for $15. So support, 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 and one more thing.
Make me more like you. Ooh, make me more like you. I don't wanna sing just a pretty song. Is you, Lord? Show me how to be more like you, talk like you, Lord. And show me how to love young people so unconditional. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, love like you. Lord, I just wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, love like you. Lord, I just wanna be like you.
All right, all right. So let's just give y'all a little snippet of my new music that I got going. Y'all, I've been really feeling that my gospel music, and I'm excited to be getting ready to get back in the studio and doing some more, maybe do a full album this time around. But I had to get y'all some music out there so people will keep asking me when you gonna release some music. So but yeah, y'all run those numbers upstream, walk by faith like you, without you, and same old praise. Okay. So enough about me, y'all, because like I said, I got a lot going on. Enough about me. We are going to get into things with the show. Okay. All right. So we have our quote of the night that we're going to start with. We like to uh, get the conversation going. And let me see, did I even put it in? I don't even think I put it in, y'all. Bear with me, bear with me. I got too much going on. Too much.
Too much Tuesday.
Too much. Cause I'm like, I know I put my thing in. So let me make sure I grabbed the right one. Okay, I did. I'm sure. Okay. All right. So, quote of the night, y'all, is loving yourself isn't vanity, it's sanity. And this is a quote from Katrina Mayer. Loving yourself isn't vanity, it's sanity. Katrina Mayer. So, as I always say, I always pick out a quote that resonates with me, y'all. And I know that it'll resonate with somebody else. But loving yourself isn't, what did it say?
Isn't vanity,
It
it's
isn't vanity, it's
vanity.
sanity. Yes. In other words, it's very vital. I always say that you got to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. You have to pour into yourself before you can pour into others. So, loving yourself is very, very important. And how you love yourself, it shows in how you love others. If you, I, hate would be a strong word, but if you hate yourself, you kind of, don't know how to treat other people. You have to begin to learn how to love yourself, embrace the things about yourself, flaws and all, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad. You got to learn how to embrace those things about you and love on yourself so that you can love other people around you. What do you have on that quote?
First of all, I love that quote. I absolutely love it because some people look at self love as you being vain if you are loving on yourself, but there's a difference between being confident and being self absorbed. So
Mm,
it's not vain. And the sanity, I love it because if you're not loving yourself, you literally will lose your mind. You will lose your soul. You will lose your voice. You will lose everything that you have because you're not loving yourself. And you may actually be giving that to someone else opposed to yourself. So I love,
yeah.
well, I've never heard that before. I love it.
Yeah, so like I'll let me tell you how I be getting my quotes now. Cause I just go to Google and I be like, I put in I know I wanted to say something about loving yourself. So I just put in Google love yourself or self love, one of them. And just pick out what really stuck out. And that one stuck out. I don't know who Katrina Mayer is. I don't know who that is.
No, but that may be something good to research because she
Yeah,
have
yeah. Something else to add in there, to, kind of get a sense of who that person is, to why did they come up with that quote? Why did they say what they said? When did they say what they said? Because, I know they pull these quotes from like different interviews and things like that. So, yeah, yeah, that's good. I should see, get some research on these people I be quoting. So, but yes, that is the quote for tonight. Remember that, that self love isn't vanity, it's sanity. Did I say that right? Love yourself. I might have said it wrong, but y'all got what I said. Love on yourself. It's okay. It's okay to love on yourself. Some people they not loving on themselves. You really need to love on yourself. So, all right. So that is the quote for the night, and we're going to get into the inspirational topics for the night. And I want to say, obviously, nobody in these comments tonight, but I'm gonna need y'all to get in these comments. So, some people will probably pop on in a minute. All right, here we go. But the good thing about this is, even if you don't catch us live, you can always go back and hit play. So that's the good thing about this show. All right, we're gonna start with the hard hitters. We got accomplishments versus non-accomplishments. So, y'all, I'll be asking myself when I make these titles, does this sound like a catchy topic? But, and this one was the longest one I did, accomplishments versus non accomplishments. And in this episode with this topic, we talked about basically the things that a lot of times we kind of beat ourselves up because we haven't accomplished certain things in life. Um, but I had everyone to write a list. Write a list. One side, your accomplishments, and then the other side would be your non accomplishments. And I had everyone to write out this list. I've had some people tell me that they actually did this assignment, like it was a homework assignment, for real, for real. But I'm glad that it is helping people out. You know, who would have known? I would just came up with something, and that's what they're actually doing. But yes, a list of accomplishments and non-accomplishments. Then I went further to say, now when you're done making that list, your accomplishments, it's usually something that you're proud of. You know, hopefully, there's no accomplishments on there that you didn't want to do. But I don't know, Anyways, I digress. And then you have your non accomplishments. So, with your non accomplishments, ask yourself these questions like, why haven't I accomplished these things? Are these things that are still relevant and vital for me to accomplish? Because life, as you mature in life, some of the things that you wanted to accomplish is not necessarily what you want to do anymore. So that may be a reason why it hasn't been accomplished. Ask yourself, small questions with those non-accomplishments. Is this something that I'm still interested in? Is this something that is still um, uh, a goal that's reachable? Is this an obtainable goal? We've talked about having realistic and obtainable goals because a lot of times we can be very unrealistic with our goals. We make our goals so big that it's hard for us to even obtain those goals. So then once you start answering some of those questions, uh, how can I break down these things that I haven't accomplished? How can I break these down so that I can get some steps towards actually accomplishing those things that I set out to do? So that was mainly the whole thing that I talked about in that episode about accomplishments versus non accomplishments. Is the non accomplishments, is it still important to you? Is it something that you still are working towards? And then if it is something that is a non accomplishment, you don't beat yourself up. If
Mm.
you live to see tomorrow, then guess what? You have another chance and opportunity to figure it out and get that thing going. Cause I actually need to sit down myself when I actually have time, y'all. Cause I've been moving, I've been on the go. But I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna write down my accomplishments and I'm gonna write down my non accomplishments. Because this episode doesn't just stop with me telling y'all. It starts with me first. So I'm gonna be doing that, and in future episodes, I'm gonna let y'all know about my list so that we can hold each other accountable to that list. So, what do you have on accomplishments versus non accomplishments?
Well, for one, I think we put too much pressure on ourselves, even looking at the accomplishments, especially when it comes to age. So a lot of us figure we have to be doing certain things or have certain things accomplished by a certain age. And then when that doesn't happen, it becomes a problem and adding more pressure onto ourselves.
Mm,
I really agree with everything that you said, even, down to the list. And as we get older, our goals may change. Things that we even look at as being a success can change. So to, revisit, like you said, like revisit, is this something I'm even interested in more? Or a lot of times the things that we haven't accomplished, it just may not be time. It may not be the right time. And just because we can do something doesn't necessarily mean that we're supposed to. So we really have to look at ourselves to figure out what it is that we're wanting to get from what we seek to accomplish.
that what you said right there, about it may not be the time for whatever it is. Because for everything, it is a season and a time for everything, you know. Um, I can say, for example, like with my music, um, I just released my gospel music and everything like that. But before releasing my gospel music, it was a I don't want to release any gospel music until I'm ready to release gospel music. So I was just doing all my other music. Not that the other music is bad or anything, but I wasn't in a position in my life where I was ready to release my gospel. I wanted to be where I felt like
Right.
I needed to be. You know what I mean? So a lot of our goals, as you said, it might not be the time for that. And just because it's not the time doesn't mean that you still don't need to be crafting whatever that goal is, you know. But those open doors for your goals and your accomplishments, um, they have their own time. I don't know how much else to say that. You said that so well. You know, there's a time and a season for everything. So um, whatever your accomplishments are, kudos. And then if there are non accomplishments, I don't even know if that's really a word. I just made it a word. Non accomplishments. The things that you haven't accomplished yet, go back, look at that list, and really evaluate, analyze it, and reassess. I always say you can always revamp, you can always reassess, reevaluate the things that you plan to do.
Right.
Um, and as you said, some things it's just a certain time for it. So do that if you are just hearing this episode. Write that list down. Put your accomplishments. Put your non-accomplishments. Question some of them non-accomplishments and see, is it something that you still really want to do? Is it something that, maybe something you've matured past? You know, we may have the accomplishments that the non-accomplishments may have been something you wanted to do when you was 10 years old. Well, you ain't 10 no more.
And,
So
and even
now,
too, Tiffany, like it can even be something you can reinvent. Like you don't necessarily have to give up on that goal, but you can find other methods and strategies
mhm,
to obtain what it is.
mhm.
You know,
Yep, most definitely.
something that you 10. Of course, you're not 10 anymore, but as an adult, what could you take from that same thought process to create something? So we can definitely reinvent our goals as well.
Yes, yes, most definitely. Okay, yeah. So y'all let me know about them lists. I want to know about them lists out there. And like I said, I'm going to let y'all know in future episodes what my I ain't gonna tell y'all everything on the list, but I'm gonna let y'all know how the list go. All right. So the next topic is always the most interesting one of this season. Um, this one is the fire runner. So let me explain. Okay, the fire runner. So when I first started this podcast, the audio part of it, I had an episode that was titled Runners. And within the episode, I talked about 5 types of runners. And the 5 types of runners are the non runner, the lazy runner, the talking runner, the avid runner, and the fire runner. And so in this episode, I broke down, each runner, and it was in a more shorter episode. So I decided to come back in another 5 episodes and made it a series itself and broke down each runner. So when I say running, I'm meaning your drive, your motivation, a type of motivation and drive. So with the fire runner, The fire runner is the type of person that they have to either go through something in order to be motivated, or somebody has to push them
Mm,
to be motivated. Um, just to give you a quick rundown, the avid runner, they're the ones that they're always motivated and they're always perky. They're always telling you about their dreams and goals, and they're always excited when you see them about what they got going on. Then you got the lazy runner. They kind of just nonchalant. It is what it is. I'm gonna do just enough just to get by. Though that's the lazy runner. Then you have, I said, the avid runner, the lazy runner, the non-runner. They ain't got no drive. They ain't got no motivation. They don't want to do nothing. They just like it is what it is. Whatever. Okay. And then the talking runner. The talking runner, they just talk about it. They don't be about it. They talk about it all day. Ooh, girl, I want to do this. I want to do that. And you don't ever have no conversation of, okay, well, how you about to do this?
right.
How you about to make it happen? So that's the talking runner. And so, but we're going to talk about the fire runner tonight. That person that just has to be pushed and has to, um, that something has to happen. Like, have you ever met somebody that, what's a good example? They gotta hit the brick wall for themselves
Right.
a few times before they just like, oh, this is it. Okay, now I got an epiphany. I want to do things now. This is the type of motivation or drive that this person has. So just from my description of the fire runner, what would you say? Or what would you think if you just seen fire runner?
Honestly, it was the opposite. Seeing when you put that up, the fire runner, it's like someone is engulfed in flames and they're taking off. The flames are almost like the fueling the fire, like that type of
Hmm.
motive. Like you taking off.
Hmm.
So fire is lit. Fire is power. Fire. It could be looked at something as being beautiful as well. So I didn't look at that as negative at all. I actually thought the opposite.
And see, that's why we do this on the show because, like I said, just from looking at it, maybe even if I didn't give you a rundown, you would have different perspective when you see those words, and there's power in our words, and that's interesting. That's
Just,
interesting. But like you said, with the fuel, I mean, that fuel made that fire. So
just like that girl is on fire. Like it's putting me in that mind frame. Like
yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah,
lit.
unstoppable.
Yes,
Yes. So either way, whichever perspective that you take the fire runner, are you this fire? Are you this fire runner? Are you this type of runner? Are you motivated? Are you driven? Do you have to have something to pump you up and motivate you? I think that is very important that you know if you are that type of person. Because some people, I mean, you got to be pumped and motivated. Some people do. Some people, you ain't got to motivate them. They just automatically they motivated. If they come up with an idea, then they doing that idea. They're doing it and they're driven. So it's nothing wrong with being any of these runners, but we are working on ourselves to be better people and fulfill our purpose in life, whatever that purpose is in life for you. Once you figure out that purpose, figure out what motivates you, figure out what you need done to get the things done that you need to get done.
right.
That's
And
what I
like
was
you broke down in the sections of the run because all of that too is based on like upbringing, environment, your thought pattern, So it is good for you to acknowledge which one so you can know exactly what to work on. So if you're finding yourself unmotivated, like were you always unmotivated? Or was there something that occurred in your life to cause you that? Or were your parents not motivated? So, you kind of get to the root of the situation to figure out, why are you this particular type of runner? Then you'll be able to adjust. It's like
Mm.
we know, it starts with the knowledge, but then action is the true key. So, as long as you become aware, you can kind of start working on what needs to be done in order to get you motivated, to stay motivated, to execute the things that you're setting out to do.
Yes, most definitely. I'd say I had one episode called Three F's. The only F's you want in life, and it was figure it out, focus, and finish.
Yes.
Figure it out, focus, and finish. Y'all check that episode out. Three F's. Cause like I said, seeing it, you'd be like three F's. Like who trying to make F's in life? Like,
I was thinking faith. That's one that popped in my head when you said the F. Faith. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, y'all go and check that out. And speaking of, okay, so I'm gonna say this right now, which I'll make a post on my page too. I'm taking a break from the audio podcast. I will convene. I'll decide it either be September or October, but I need to take me a little mental break. But until I come back, I know y'all ain't listened to 103 episodes, so go and check out the podcast. Go if you got to go all the way to the beginning to the first episode and binge the episodes. Get that inspiration in your life because they're just quick episodes to motivate you throughout the week. So just continue to support Lord, I can't talk. Continue to support the podcast even while I'm on break. But we are still continuing with our live rehashed episodes until the end of July. So still tune in every Tuesday evening until the end of July. But we are taking a break from the audio part of the podcast. So but we are still here, okay? And I will still be on the page giving y'all some inspiration too. So I will put that on the page so they'll know that. Okay, so all right, so we talked about the fire runner, and now we're gonna get into the big jar because remember I told y'all I said we ain't got that many topics in the small jar no more. we got to get some of them topics in there. Which feel free to inbox me if you like to hear any topics. I will put them in a jar and we will talk about them. Okay. All right, so let's get into this big jar. We're gonna see what perspective Miss Jazzy has tonight. All right, closed doors. I always love this topic right here.
Mm.
Closed doors.
I think that can go both ways. So, are you closing a door to keep your energy protected, to keep from allowing people to come in? Or are you closing the door because you are embarking on a new beginning? There's another door that you're supposed to be opening. So, that's two folds. That's two folds.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you say to anybody that may feel like the not necessarily negative side of closed doors? Because I've stated that closed doors can be a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
but what would be your inspiration on either side? They may see it negatively, but they can also see it positively. What
Well,
would you say?
if you're closing the door to protect yourself, that's boundaries. Boundaries are needed. We can piggyback and, talk about self-love. That's one of the first steps of self-love is to create boundaries. So just because the door is being shut, it doesn't mean that you're trapped in any
Mm,
way. It just means that you're making a decision to shut a person, place, situation out of your life at that moment. And then, of course, with the closed door on the flip side, sometimes we have to leave things where they are. We have to let things go. We have to close doors on things that no longer serve us in order to open a new door. And it repeats itself. You open your new door, you still close it because you still have to maintain those boundaries regardless of what doors you're walking through.
Correct. Correct. Um, Sometimes we need those closed doors in order to push ourselves to do what we need to do, anyways. Sometimes it takes. Um, Sometimes people won't move until those doors are closed.
True.
So you can look, like I said, you can look at it as a negative, but really it's a positive.
Hmm.
You know, sometimes that's the only way we're gonna move.
True.
Is for those doors to be closed. So there you go for anybody that need that motivation out there. Look at those closed doors as a sign. Okay, it's time to move on to the next thing, next level. Push yourself to do a little more. So then I guess some people don't want them doors to close. So some people like they are comfortable being comfortable.
Yeah, and that,
Sometimes,
yeah,
yeah,
deadbolts on those doors. But
yeah, yeah. Some people are just comfortable where they are, but you got to get uncomfortable to move to new levels. Once you get comfortable, it's like, okay, all right, it's time for me to do something different. I didn't accomplish that. I've accomplished that. It's time to step my game up and do something else, do something different. So there you go.
even if the door's still closed, you can get the locks changed. It's different methods to look at.
Oh Lord, you said change. You change them locks. All right, here we go. Push through it. Push through it.
Mm.
I feel like this is an anthem of my life these days. Push through it.
Yes, resilience. I have a quote of my own. Everything that bends isn't always supposed to be broken. So resilience is needed in life. You have to push through stuff, and even sometimes taking a pause. How Tiffany, you get ready to take a pause. That's still a form of you pushing through because you
Hmm.
yeah, uh, before you can proceed to the next step. So pushing through is necessary, and for those who feel like giving up, remember taking a pause is also being productive. That's a form of productivity, because if your mental is not together, nothing is going to work out anyway. So, that's just a different perspective. We look at pushing through and we may think of we're forcing something, but pushing through is not always a force. Everything can go with a flow.
Hmm.
And you can put inch by inch. You don't have to put a lot of strength in it, but it does take resilience to get through.
Yes. And what was that quote you said?
Everything that bends doesn't always need meant to be broken, isn't always meant to be broken.
Look. Uh huh. Yeah. I like that right there. Uh huh. I gotta stop and put that in there. That right there. Okay. Everything that bends isn't always meant to be broken. Yes, yes. Look, we got next week's quote, y'all. Everything that bends isn't always meant to be broken. I mean, really think about that. And you said resilience. Like I ain't got nothing around me or whatever, but I can take a rubber band and it's gonna bend in so many ways and everything, but it never breaks. Like I'm about to be feasted on that this week. Everything that bends isn't always meant to be broken. You said something right there. You said something right there. Look, I'm Okay. And yes, push through it. Yes. Because y'all, when I say I'm about to take this mental break, because I've always said, I don't want to do something that I really can't put all my energy into. And I've said it a million times now. I had a guest and she said, if I can't do it at 110, I'm not doing it.
Right.
And that really stuck with me. I hope she's watching this episode one of these days here soon. But that really stuck with me. Like this quote that you didn't say right now. But that really stuck with me. But it really is true. It's like if you can't put your all into something, you might as well not do it.
Right.
Ain't no need in half doing things, or just doing it just to get by. It goes back into that um lazy runner that I was talking about, how they just do things just to get by, just to say it was done. But then at the end of the day, what purpose did it serve? You know?
Right.
So I'm
Result.
like, huh?
I said, yeah, you get those lazy results.
That part. That part. Cause then you look at it, it's like, man, I could have did so much better. But you just threw something up there because you feel like I just got to get this done. I got to get this done. But it's like, as we said at the beginning of the show, love yourself. If you know that you're tired, um, and that you're not giving your all into the things that you are doing, take a break. Well, that's sure what I'm about to do. I'm about to take me a break, y'all.
Take
Take
a
me a
break,
break.
delegate, like,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, get it figured
Cause
out.
and like I said, cause I don't wanna be that type of person to just do any and everything, just throw up everything. Just no. If it ain't something that's done with excellence, I don't want to do it. That's been our thing at church. That is our thing for the year, a spirit of excellence.
Yes.
And I want to apply that to everything in my life, spiritually, physically, mentally, everything. Excellence. And if I can't do excellence, then I don't need to be doing it, you know.
Spirit of excellence.
But
Yeah.
I ain't signing that. Then they ain't gonna have my signature on it. So, but yeah, push through it, whatever it is, and push through it the way that you need to push through it. So, I thank you for that encouragement
That's
for sure. And y'all see, we already have our quote for next week. I put that in there. We got our quote for next week. Yes, by the one and only Jazzy, the mindset coach.
thank you.
Yes, yes. All right, we're gonna push through and do one more topic. Cause y'all, what time zone are you on?
Eastern is 10:40.
Okay, so yeah, yeah, it's 10:45 where you are. Hey, I be loving my guests that come on this show because they be pushing through. As my topic say, they be pushing through. I had one girl on here, y'all. I kid y'all not. She, the show started at 9 p.m. my time. She was in, I want to say Thailand.
Wow.
It was 12 o'clock the next day where
Wow.
she was. So where it was nighttime behind me, it
Right.
was daytime for her. And she said, just remind me so that I'm on the same time that you're on. And that was just so amazing to me that,
She.
people will volunteer their time and take out their time to get on this show. So I thank all my guests for being a part of this show. All
Beautiful.
right. So we're going to end on a good, positive, inspirational topic. You can make it. You can make
You
it.
you can make it, and it is a matter of choice. We have to take away the excuses. We have to be accountable. We have to be responsible for ourselves. You can make it into whatever you want to make it to. You can create your own opportunities. A lot of people say, there's no opportunities coming. Create your own. Like the key word in this phrase right here is you. Like it literally is all on you. You are responsible for you. You are responsible to let go of fears, doubts. You are responsible for retraining your brain. Like I said before about different things, households, how you grew up. It is your responsibility to understand you better so you can move differently, so you can make it. Because we all have the same gifts and abilities to a point. It's just some of us choose to use them, some of us choose not to use them. So you can make it if you want to make it.
If you want to make it, yes. And in order to do that, you got to push through.
Absolutely.
But I do like how you said about being accountable. And that's a word that's like a dirty cuss word to somebody. Accountability. Because people don't want to be accountable. And as you said, with the don't make any excuses.
Mm.
Um, I have people that are in my circle and around me because it is a difference. Because I have people around me that are not in my circle. But anyway, I
Mhm.
digress. But I have people that are around me in my life in this point in my life that are there to be helpful. And one of the things um, that I've noticed is that they hold me accountable
Right.
to whatever it is that I'm trying to do. They're like, no, you don't need to be making no excuses. Because one thing that I'm working on right now, this is a um thing that I'm working on in this moment, is my energy. Just we allow, I ain't gonna say we, I allow life to not necessarily control, but life be lifing,
Mhm.
and it be taking a toll, and it be draining my energy. So I'm working on my energy so that I can be the mother, wife, friend. Well, first, just the mother and the wife, and be myself, my whole self without being so drained. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to eliminate the excuses
Mhm.
that come along that drain on my energy. I don't know how else to say it. Like
Yeah, I said it's 2024. We are all still here for a reason. So at this point, like excuses are useless. It's all a matter of personal choice. But
hmm
already said part of your issue is you have people around you that's not in your circle.
hmm well, I wouldn't say like, because like when I say circle, you have the people that
Right.
they got you. You
Right.
know what I mean? And that I consider that's my friend. We
Right.
ain't gotta talk every day, but I know that if I call you, that you gonna answer that phone and hey, I need a vid, or or they can call me vice versa. You know what I mean? And then you have people that are not necessarily your friends or whatever, but they do look out for you
Okay.
when you're around them.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that, because I
Okay.
don't want that to be misquoted at all. But yes, but then you do have people that they ain't for you at all.
They
Because I
do.
say that all the time. Everybody is not for you.
Right.
Everybody that shines, glimmer, and shimmers, and they ain't necessarily for you. You know, everything that look good ain't good.
That is the.
But yes, I mean, because I'm the type of person I categorize the type of people that are around me, so that I know how to
Maneuver.
love and maneuver. Yes, yes.
Hmm.
So, because I used to be the type of person that, oh, such and such don't like me like that. Like I used to care. You know
Right.
what I mean? Whereas now I know who's for me, and then if it's people that I'm around, but they ain't really like people that I hang around like that. I know how to
Act
be with
for it.
people. Yeah, yeah. So,
Get it?
but yeah, know that whatever it is in life, y'all can make it. Y'all can make it. You gotta want it.
Hmm?
And like I said, we are every day that you wake up, it's another chance, it's another opportunity to get it right, do it right, start over. It's okay to start over. You know, we don't always get things right or right away,
Right.
but you still have that opportunity. If you wake up in the morning and it's like, okay, I can do this. Because that's what I'm going to say in the morning. Ah, I can do this. You can make it. You can make it. Yeah,
That's a good one. You tell yourself every morning, you look in the mirror, you can make it.
you can make it. You can make it. Because I told myself that this morning, you can make it. We're going to get through this. Yes. So, anyways, the thing that we're going to make it to here in a minute is going to be our beds. We're gonna make it to that bed here in a minute for real though. But no, for real, on a serious note, I hope that we've said something to inspire, motivate, or encourage anybody out there. Y'all, if y'all are watching this live or after the live, share this video. Go and check out the podcast. Like I said, it's 103 episodes on there. So even during my break, you can still get inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. All right. And I want to thank Miss Jazzy for being my guest today. Y'all go and check out. Hold up, let me put it at the bottom of the screen. Go check her out on social media on TikTok. Check her out. I think is that how I found you? Did I see you on TikTok or
Um,
did I see you on Facebook?
Facebook.
Yeah, because through the podcast group.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm like,
Yes.
so yes.
Yes. I thank God for that podcast group because I can get my bookings like that.
No, that's very useful for both.
Yes.
Really a win-win situation. For,
I've met a lot of people on there, and yeah, it's nice. So yeah, y'all go and check her out on TikTok, Mindset Coach Jasmine. Okay, check her out. Did you say you were taking sessions?
I am welcoming new clients right now. Again, with mindset coaching, it's a broad, we can do whether it's relationships to goal setting to spiritual growth to self-awareness, whatever it is that you want to work on, because it all is a matter of your mindset. So I am welcoming new clients right now. And I actually do have some books on Amazon. um, Uncontrolled Goddess, Life Goes On, Poetic Justice. Um, I have poetry books and self help books. So,
Mm, plural books. You need to send me the list of all those books, and I'm going to make it a goal of mine to get every one of them books here and there.
I appreciate you.
Okay. Yes, because I like to support the people that come on my show and help support me. So, y'all check her out. As I stated, I'm going to get one of those books. As a matter of fact, depending on when I read them or whatever, might have to get you on my other podcast that I have with me. It's me and another host
Okay.
called the Riff and Rev podcast. So might have to check it out and see if maybe we can have you as a special guest on that podcast.
All right.
Um, so y'all check her out. As I've stated, I will still be continuing with the live show until the end of the season. So still tune in next week, 9 p.m. Central Time. And I feel like it's something else I'm missing. But I said I was going to do the drawing. It's not too many people on here tonight, anyways. But I will be doing the drawing, y'all. If it's the beginning of July, I will do two drawings because I got to do for May and I got to do for June. So y'all bear with me on that. Also, I have merch for the podcast. I have notebooks and I have new bookmarks. That's what I didn't add to my announcements. But y'all, I got new merch. I will advertise it next week, and y'all get with me in those inboxes if you want to get some merch from me. Okay. All right. So, do you have any last words?
No, I just hope everyone have a grateful night, and I hope that I did provide some new perspectives.
You definitely did for me, if nobody. You did for me. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, y'all have a great evening. I will see y'all next week, same time. And have a blessed evening.
A little motivation.